Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to The Walk. Today is Wednesday, September 10th, and we've been looking at creation very deeply. We just saw that the sun, the moon, the stars, the years, the seasons have been created. So now we've got time. We've got the earth spinning on its axis. We've got the earth rotating around the sun, and that brings us to Genesis 1, verse 20 through 23. And God said, "Let the waters swarm with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the expanse of the heavens." So God created the great sea creatures and every living creature that moves, with which the waters swarm according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let the birds multiply on the earth." And there was evening, and there was morning, the fifth day. Okay, so once again, we see that creation is mature and it is fertile. The vegetation was created, it was able to have seeds so it could reproduce. Now we've got birds and fish and the sea creatures, and they're being told to be fruitful and multiply. They can't multiply unless they're physically mature. So they are going to physically multiply. That means that in order to physically multiply, they also have to be able to survive. And yes, sin has not entered the picture yet. However, they're going to need the instincts to multiply. The fish are going to have the instincts to lay the eggs. The fish are going to have the instincts to fertilize them. The birds are going to be the same way. They've got those instincts already put in place. I got curious about the word swarms because I'm noticing that it shows up several times just in these 4 verses very quickly. So what it means, well, the word is sharatz, and it means to wiggle, swarm, or abound. It's the moving mass of a swarm. So we've got the waters swarming with living creatures, and the birds are flying in the heavens. This is a large amount. God didn't create 2 fish and go from there. He created a massive amount. The word for living is chai, and it means alive, fresh, strong, or life. But what really got interesting is the lexicon says that it's when the stomach is empty, one is famished, and when it is filled, you're revived. And that the organ is seen as the life, as an empty stomach is like the death, but a revived stomach is life. Interesting that once the fall happens, these creatures that are being created will provide food for Adam and Eve. The word for creatures is nephesh, and it's a breathing creature. It's got vitality, and it's the whole of the creature, the body, the breath, and the mind. The word for birds is olf, and it's the wing of a bird gives flight as well as a covering it and its chick. So right away you start thinking about all those scriptures where God says, "You are under the shelter of my wings." God provided those birds not just to have something for the people to eat, but also to provide a way for us to have that symbolism of being under his wings and his shelter. The word for fruitful is para, and it means the pictograph, it just means to bear fruit. But the pictograph means an open mouth, and the other pictograph for the other letter was head, so it means open the head. So the heads of grains were scattered on the threshing floor, a smooth, hard surface, level surface. And then they would bring in an ox, remember an ox represents man, and lead it around, crushing the heads to open and reveal the seed inside. Also, the fruit of the trees that are harvested. So what this is it's when you bear fruit, you are revealing what God is calling you to do and what God is directing you to do. Now, this word for multiply is to increase. And the pictographs is the picture of a head of the family. Each family has a master that rules all cases, trials, conflicts, and contests. This person was the representative for the whole tribe, one abundant in authority and wisdom. So anytime I hear bear fruit, anytime I hear multiply, I immediately think of abundance. And that brought me to John 10:10, which says, "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy." Stop right there. Think about the message from yesterday where I warned you about horoscopes. The thief comes to kill and destroy. He comes to take our eyes off of God and separate us from him. Then we get to the second sentence in John 10:10. "I came," and this is Jesus speaking, "that they may have life and have it abundantly." Everything in creation is pointing us towards that abundant life. And that's not about wealth. That's not about money. That is about having that fellowship with God. All of this is being created so that man can have that fellowship with God. Have a wonderful day. God bless, and keep walking the walk.